All right, man. We got good old Aki Wacky, man. We got good old Aki. I think he's about to respond to TPain and Drake's situation. So let's see what good old Aki. Oh, first of all, what is he wearing? Man, is that a Orlando jersey T-shirt with a LA hat? No, Lord have mercy. This man needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Stop it. Get some help, brother. Get some help. Anyway.
You need some help. He really got an Orlando jersey T-shirt with an LA hat. LA, how y'all feel about Akademiks wearing an LA hat? See, he be doing little slick stuff like this just to antagonize, just to piss y'all off.
Did y'all see TPain? TPain had some words about Drake. Listen to what he said.
The one thing I learned from Drake, and here's the crazy thing, one thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Drake said, I want to be one of the people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out.
Yeah, I think it was product of my environment. Yeah, right. It was a product of my environment.
I have ever since said,
Let me just play this clip again. Here we go.
The one thing I learned from Drake, and here's the crazy thing, one thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Drake said, I want to be one of the people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I have ever since said, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all when I drop. Don't worry about it. I'll just drop something. Let me know if you heard it. Drake is like, no, listen. Okay, I got another one. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, real quick. Just one more. Let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said, he didn't want to be. And I learned that from him. Like when he said that, I want to gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I was like, you know what?
Facts.
I'm out this bitch.
This is just live shows now.
I'm out this motherfucker. I'm not trying to impress y'all niggas. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck about live or die. Why the fuck would I keep trying to impress y'all niggas? I'm out. I'm done. I did everything that I was trying to do. I changed the game. I made a sound. What else?
You literally it's only, even if you make a hit today,
it won't even. That's just normal.
Yes.
It's just normal. It's like, yeah, that's okay. Cool song.
Okay, I couldn't disagree more. And I know something like, well, of course you like Drake, so you're gonna think not.
Of course. Here comes the glazing.
Nah, I think I'll know the moment too. I think I'll know the moment. If I had to be very, very honest, right, like completely all the way honest about Drake's career,
it has definitely. If he cannot admit that his career has taken a dip, you already know what time it is, because clearly you can see that his career has taken a dip. Got to be honest, Ak. Got to be honest. Or you gonna be honest? Because he definitely don't have the same mojo as he used to.
Drake's career is a lot like KD, right? Like KD probably skill-wise is still one of the top 2-3 basketball players on earth.
No.
There was a time I think every Drake verse was the hottest verse of the year, which is unrealistic standards. The run that Drake went on with the Stimmies was just unrealistic. These days, I think if Drake wants to do it, he does it, but he doesn't come with it all the time. No. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. When Drake at 70, I got to compare him to LeBron, because Drake at 70%, they say LeBron's falling off, but LeBron's still an NBA first-team player. He fell off, but he fell off from being literally an alien to now, okay, he's still leading the pack, but we could at least see him. We could see him. He's up there. We could see him, though. The point is this. When an artist is at the point that TPain is talking about, it's going to be about impact. When TPain bowed out, and by the way, we like when you guys bow out. You know why? Because we hate to see someone, it always looks like a rapper is fighting against the current and looks like a drowning man just kind of like wailing their arms. When their run is over, they've never either adopted or people have just moved on from them.
Just like Drake. What you're saying is just like what you're talking about, just like Drake.
All right? With TPain, people was over that sound for the moment, and he did not transform enough that people would still give a fuck. So rather than keep just like doing more and more desperate shit, of course he did fall back. I'll be honest, he did. But Drake and impact, Drake's impact is he's still the most impactful rapper in the game. Like, we can't be talking about this guy stop rapping. Now, if he wants to stop rapping, he can't. He made $1 billion. He can stop. But he's the most impactful rapper. Like, what I would say with impact is this: the entire rap game was based around him or adjacent to him for the last fucking year. Half of y'all never been this excited to talk about Kendrick Lamar. And one thing I love to talk about Kendrick Lamar is that, he finally defeated Goliath, Drake. So it's like his impact is still of the utmost. We talk about him all the time. We're still like, the moment we hear, like, we'll all know this feeling. Be like, Drake has another album coming up, and we're like, what are you talking about this time? We're still.
That's how we feel when there's another song come out. Oh, Drake just dropped another song. Drake did a song with such and such. We're like, another one. That feeling is happening now. Currently in that moment right now.
This next album is highly anticipated. That's when you know. When you're about to drop it, niggas just don't care. This Iceman album is really anticipated. And I don't know how close we are to people not giving a fuck, where it could come and go. I don't know how close we are to that moment. I think Wayne had felt certain elements of that while dropping music, and he fell back because Wayne is just not a desperate ass nigga. When Drake gets to that point, we'll all be able to tell. Where he drops a song, right? Or we know he's trying to roll some shit out, and he's dropping songs, and they're clear misses, and like, here's the thing.
He's already been doing that. Did you not forget all them songs that he has released after the battle? Like, at least 20 songs. What you... Yo, Academic is so delusional. Man, Drake has dropped about 30 songs, collaborations, all of them flopped. Every single one of them flopped. I think the only one that made some type of buzz is Nokia and Somebody Loves Me, right? So that's 2 out of 20. The ratio is still bad. The ratio is still bad.
And I'm not saying everything he does has to be like fucking amazing. The moment he drops something on Thursday and we don't talk about it going into the weekend, or we don't talk about it Monday, or we see no need to talk about it, it's clipped. It's time for him to get up on.
What happened with the song with Smiley? He dropped it and nobody talks about it. Joe Budden said that was the worst song ever. That's happening now. He's literally dropping songs now and nobody gives a fuck. That's literally what's happening now.
Out here. That's a fact. But it hasn't been that. And I don't think it's going to be that for a while. I'm telling you, the barometer for that is that you drop something, and it's like the analogy. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, do we give a fuck? Until we lose the care about Drake's music, even if he drops one song that's not for us, like the 2 Monster song, it's okay to me, right?
Exactly.
I want to hear the next rap song, though. Like the moment when I'm like, I'm good off hearing the next song, or I don't give a fuck, like, brother, keep it. You see how that little baby tweet came out where everyone was just like, brother, we're, like, no one leaked it? Like, that's the moment. No one, when people start saying this, and I'm not saying little baby should retire, right? I'm not saying he should retire. But this is when you know you're out of that peak, right? When the fans stop clamoring for your music, right? It was like, yo, you're leaking my songs. They're like, bro, how the fuck you figured you find this out before us? Anybody leaking your shit? Like, that's the moment you realize that peak is done. And then while you're coming down from that peak, you got to deal with the graceful fall off. That's a graceful fall off. Now, you could be mad desperate, drop 20 songs, I'm going to drop album after album, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, I'm going to do 15 collabs. You could do whatever to try to keep that facade up, but it will be very blatantly clear when he's off of that hill, when we don't give a fuck about him. These days, if he's burping on the beat, we still care. And I know some people they probably don't like Drake as much as I like his music, and y'all might be like, well, we don't care. The numbers say otherwise. Everything says otherwise.
What?
Everything says otherwise. So again, I know some people, and there's a large majority that says, hey, Drake didn't get the best stuff this battle. Cool. But that doesn't mean his impact. That doesn't mean his impact has been diminished. That doesn't mean that this signified that, like, this is the fall off.
It is.
You dropped an R&B album, a collab album, sold 260 first week. Some of the biggest songs. Like, I'm not denying that this period will come. This time will happen. I don't know when it will be, though. Where he drops something and we're like, you ever said to your friends, be like, oh, where did he drop? Be like, oh, I didn't even know he dropped an album. That's the moment. It's over. That's the moment. Be like, oh, where? I ain't hear nothing about it. That's the moment.
That's happening now. That's
His
happening now.
impact is still there. Whether you want to believe he won or lost the battle.
What about that 100 gigs twice? Do you know how many songs he has dropped since the battle? No, none of those songs stuck. Nobody got those on replay. None of them. It's happening now.
This is not a signifier that he should hang it up. Now, granted, is he, I think Drake, and he admitted it in the interview with Yachty, he was on some youthful shit where he, these rappers would be like, yo, if you ever catch me rapping at 35, like, I'm a bitch. And then they're like 38 still rapping. Like, The Game has a lyric like that where he's making fun of somebody for rapping at 37. The Game is like 40 still rapping, Drake was like, I'm retired at 35. He never retired at 35, It sounds good when you're like 22, right? You're like, all right, I'm gonna do this for 13 years and get out of here. No, right? So yeah, those lines I guess we could talk about, but and here's the thing too, like TPain sounds a little crazy. TPain sounds like he almost was just like,
nah.
I hope you didn't only quit because of the Drake line. I hope you saw the same things I'm describing because.
No, he sounds very accurate.
Yeah, well, did you expect Drake to follow what he said to a T?
Yes.
The rappers talk about slapping niggas, they don't do it. If a nigga run up on me and do this, I'm gonna kill him. They don't do it. Again, the nigga's just rapping. Again, is he a hypocrite because he said he wasn't gonna rap after 35? Yeah. But is it time, career-wise, for him to hang it up?
Yes.
Because he's looking washed?
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Supposedly Drake has responded.
Yes.
Let's see the response. Drake says, this guy always had resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name. Interesting. Let's see. I gotta look up some. Let me see. TPain speaks about Drake. Has he ever said some positive stuff about Drake?
All these trash songs that I recorded, I listen to them all the time. So here's my thing. I feel like he recorded a bunch of shit. In order to keep Party around, you can take 10, 15 of these songs, put a verse on the Party. That's our album, bro. The songs are already recorded. The songs are already recorded. These are all the songs that didn't make my previous albums. Go for it, bro. Put verses on these songs. Yeah, there's 5 to 7 solo Drake songs that didn't make other albums. It's not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that they're bad. These are just songs that didn't make albums. Or Party, or...
Okay, so basically thought the collab album was a throwaway. Let me see what he says about this.
Sounds pretty accurate to me.
Let me see.
The first song with Wayne, this is why I respect dude, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, we was in the studio literally 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying? A hot beat.
The nigga's fast.
The nigga's fast as shit. And mind you, this is somebody, I didn't work with everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay, this nigga come in the motherfucking studio, play me another beat.
Not the voice. I like how soft his voice is.
I can imitate.
This is soft. I like how soft his voice is.
Keep going.
His arms is mad little.
Okay, next one. Stop. It's a moment where every artist say stop.
Drake has some little ass arms at that point too. So this is the way you're doing this.
I don't know if he's always been hating. I mean, I don't know if he's always been hating.
Drake is by no way washed. Drake is by no way, not in any sense of the word. Drake is by no way washed. It's Drake, bro. This man has 75 million monthly listeners. By no way is this man washed. Would it benefit him if he was just like, let them 75 million people just bask in what I got now, and I'll just probably chill out for a second. Yeah, that probably help. 75 million people, bro, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. And then when you feel like it's just like, bro, this $80 million house, he literally has a chance to take a break and go on vacation. He can sit on his couch and shake his dick, or if he feel like it, he can do whatever he wants. Shake it, bro. Like, just go do your thing. Drake is by no way washed. Drake is by no.
Okay.
That don't sound like he's hating to me.
I don't know why we're still doing the Drake and Kendrick comparisons. I'm checking the numbers for like the Grand National Tour. People are telling me that so far the U.S. dates, I guess all the U.S. dates are done, supposedly. Yeah, all the U.S. dates are done, and apparently they're claiming that Drake's tour sold more tickets in the U.S. than Kendrick's tour did in the U.S. But of course, we have to really be honest and account. Kendrick probably had 25 dates, but obviously he's doing arenas. But shit, tickets are tickets, right? I don't know. Who cares, right? I don't know, bro. It's a blur Grand National. Let's see. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, so it was... Let's see what this is. Drake did 320 million with 1.325 tickets sold. Wow, what's this? What is this? Okay, so they're saying North America-wise, Drake did more. Still, both are still successful tours. I ain't gonna lie to you. Both are successful. Didn't Drake take his tour overseas too?
People so dumb.
All right. All good. All right, what else? What else, my people?
All right, so is that it with the TPain?
We're 5 hours and 33 minutes.
All right, so I think that's it for the TPain situation. But of course, you know, Act gonna get on his knees and do what he gotta do for his rich baby daddy, BBL Drizzy. But other than that, man, y'all leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll holla back at y'all later. Peace.